Welcome. I'm trying out a new microphone, so if the audio sounds a little clearer, a little louder, that's good. I was reviewing some of my previous videos, and the recordings inside the car were just not up to my level of expectations as far as the sound, so I got a wireless mic plugged up and everything. However, now, I made a video about this. A new report came out today. I made a video about this months ago. And again, I hate to toot my own horn, but if you go back maybe, I think I have like 160 something videos over the last 6 months. If you go back maybe 3 months, maybe 4 months, 3 to 4, I think it's 4 months. It was probably about in the second month of making this channel. Apple, there's a new report out today saying that Apple is heavily looking into the possibilities, and they are investing in research and development for not this upcoming iPhone 15 that's going to be out in September here in a few months, but for the iPhone 16 series. So basically 16 months from now. So on the iPhone 16, they're looking into doing an under display front selfie camera. So they're going to do away with the dynamic island. They're going to go all display. Apple is that's what they're planning on for the iPhone 16 series. Now, it's probably just going to be on their Pro models, the Pro. So it'd be what, iPhone 16 Pro and then iPhone 16 Ultra. They're looking to drop that Pro Max label that they've had for the last few years. But it's particularly hard for Apple to do a under display front camera because of the multiple cameras that they need for the Apple face scan, for the Apple ID for your face. Under display sensors for Android have been available and actually manufactured. You don't see them that often, but they are pretty common in China, and there's a few Chinese phones. Xiaomi, Realme have had under display selfie cameras for years. And again, Android just uses the one, like the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra and like my Google Pixel 7 Pro. They just have that one little hole punch up there. It's easy to conceal just one little hole punch. Apple has, let's see, 3 or 4 cameras up front. They have a sensor, and then they have 2 cameras that scan your face. Now, the issue with the under display concealing a... Now, okay, hold up. There is a device in America that has under display selfie camera. The Galaxy Z Fold 4, the current one that's out, and I think the previous version, the third version, the one that's about going to be 2 years old, has a under display selfie camera. When you open it up like a book, the big display, the big rectangle display is all display, right? It has a selfie camera up under the display. Now, the reason why Apple has been trying to develop this for years is because it's very difficult, technically speaking, because for Apple, again, it uses those multiple cameras, but they have to have a clean and clear display of your face for it to scan. Well, they have to put the cameras underneath the AMOLED display. So it's hard to get a crystal clear picture scan of your face when the camera has LED AMOLED light emitting diodes on top of it trying to display you information. Now, the report says that Apple is looking into when you actually using the face scan. So when you use it to unlock your phone or you use it to log into your banking app, it will display, you'll have your display on your phone will be on, but you will see the cutouts of the under display cameras. So you'll have a full display the Chase app is like basically blue and white. So you'll see the blue and white Chase app you'll see the hole punch outs, because what they can't be playing, they cannot be the diodes cannot be emitting light and try to scan your face. So what they're thinking about doing is, while it's scanning, you'll see the dots, meaning you'll see the cameras, the black dots on top of your phone, with the display, everything else around it. And once it's done scanning your face, once it gets a picture, a good scan of your face, then the light emitting diodes will display light over the cutouts or cameras, right? So it looks like a full display. So that makes sense. And if anybody can do it, Apple can. They're the most valuable company in the world. They got trillions of dollars that they can throw at R&D on it. And it's just a matter of time, right? In 5, 6, 10 years, every phone we have is going to have an under display sensor, whether a selfie camera, whether it's Android, iPhone, iPads. Oh, that's the other thing. They're not only looking to do this on their iPhones, they're also looking to do it on MacBooks and iPads. So basically all their lineups minus the base models, right? So the iPhone 16, I'm sure will still have, they'll probably move the dynamic island to the base models, meaning iPhone 16 and iPhone 6 Plus, and then they'll do the under display sensors for their iPhone 16 Pro, iPhone 16 Ultra. They'll also probably do a dynamic island or some sort of notch on base model iPad, but then their Pro models iPad will probably have the under display sensor, and then their MacBooks are premium anyway, so they'll have the under display sensor as well, because MacBooks also do the Face ID as well. So very interesting news. When I saw this report today, I said, look, I've already got that. I broke that news months ago, but that's when I first started my channel, and probably didn't get that many views. But now that the channel is growing, I can say I told you so. But it's coming. Now, also in not this leak, but another report from a few months ago, Apple is looking to do a buttonless iPhone, meaning it's not going to have a volume and a power button per se. It's going to have like where you touch that area and then it'll turn on the phone, or you touch this area of the phone and it'll turn up the volume or turn it down. Just less parts. Makes sense. Again, every phone in 10 years is going to have this technology. It's just part of the progression. But they were looking to put this in the iPhone 15, this year's model, coming out in a few months, the buttonless feature. However, it does look like that the iPhone 15 is going to have some sort of buttons. They are going to be modified quite a bit. It's not the traditional extra part, right? Because in the past, when you take apart a phone, you could physically, when you split apart the phone from the front and the back, the camera, the power button would fall out, or the volume button would fall out. What Apple's doing is they're basically molding, with this iPhone 15, they're basically molding that button into the device. So it'll be part of the phone, but there's still going to be a button, so you'll hear a click click when you, there's still going to be a mechanical part inside the midframe of the device. So when you hit the volume up button inside the phone, there's still going to be a physical button that's going to be touching the volume up, volume down, and power. iPhone 16, they'll probably implement the buttonless iPhone in this iPhone 16. That's common for these companies to have stuff in the works, and then they push it back to the next year model. Samsung's done that forever. Pixel's done it forever. Every manufacturer has done that. But it looks like with iPhone 16, you're going to see big changes. The design of this iPhone 15, it looks really cool. If you haven't seen it, I'll try to put some pictures. And I believe they're going to stick with this new designed iPhone 15. It looks like the Ultra. It looks like the Watch Ultra, Series 8 Ultra, the design of it. If you know what that looks like, the iPhone 15 is going to take that same design, where it's kind of rounded and has like a little lip edge around the very front of the phone, of the display. And then probably just subtle changes, and they're going to keep that subtle change for the next few years as well. They'll just implement a buttonless iPhone, and then they'll take away the dynamic island, and do an under display camera, which is really cool. It's really awesome. If you haven't seen it, again, Xiaomi, a Chinese company, they've been doing it forever, and they actually have a really, really good version of it out right now, where you basically can't tell. If you take a selfie with the Galaxy Fold 4 and you take a selfie, it's under the display, but remember, it's going through the display. It's clear, but it's not crystal clear like what you can take on the Pixel or you can take on the Samsung Galaxy S23. You can tell something is off. Now, I think that's what Apple is working on. They don't want you to see something else. Like, if it's not crystal clear like it is right now, they're not going to do it. Xiaomi has gotten to the point where you can take selfies with the under display sensor and it looks pretty darn clear. Give the tech another year or so, right around when Apple puts out their 16 with the under display selfie camera. I think it's going to be hit, and then every phone probably here on out, not every phone, the cheap phones are not going to have it, but all your flagship devices in the next 18 to 24 months are going to have under display camera sensors. Samsung was even toying with putting the S23 Ultra or actually even the S22 Ultra out with a under display selfie camera, but they nixed it because it's just not as clear. Probably needs another year and a half of development before you can get really, really good selfie pictures. But that's all I got for you today. I do appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel. It's growing a lot, and I really appreciate everybody that tunes in. It does mean a lot to me. I love technology, and I just want to share the knowledge and info with everybody else that I get, because before I made this channel, I would get leaks and news articles and stuff and just store it up here in my brain. But I thought, well, what the hell? Let me just start a channel and put it out there, put the information out there, and people that love Pixels, Samsung devices, Galaxies, iPhones, technology period, will like the channel. So I just try to, make it as enjoyable as possible. So I do appreciate you tuning in, and I look forward. We got a bunch of cool stuff coming. I still got case reviews for the Pixel. We're gonna get a Pixel 8. My wife was just talking about which color she wanted today. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. The colors came out for the Pixel 8 series, so I'm gonna do a video on that. And we're gonna get the Nothing phone. I gotta make another video about that. Nothing Phone 2, which comes out in 3 weeks. And we're looking to get an iPhone 15. So we got tons of case reviews for all your flagship devices, phone reviews, app reviews, all sorts of stuff. So appreciate the time, and we'll check in later. Peace.